Good morning, everybody. I am coming on board right now to show everybody what the Teachers Lounge looks like. We finally opened up the membership. Just making sure that I can see it. Perfect. We opened up membership to the Teachers Lounge, and I know we've been talking about it for so long. It's finally here. It took Jessica and I since October to get this ready for you. So I wanted to, a few of you have messaged me and asked me if you could get inside and see what it looks like. So I thought I'd come on live this morning and do that. We are at 99 centers are in this program right now. So are you going to be 100 this morning? Let me show you why you want the Teachers Lounge at your child care center. So the platform is super easy to use. You purchase a membership as a director, and then within 24 hours, you get a link from us that gives you a login and a way for you to add all of your teachers to get their own logins. Now, you only pay for your one membership at your center, one location, one membership, and then all the teachers get access to it at no cost because you're paying for the membership price. And so it's super easy. Everyone gets their own login, and you can either direct the teachers on what to take or let them come in and take them on their own. And so as you can see right here on the homepage, it tells you get started right here. And there's an orientation video. And it's where we walk you through all the things that that's geared towards the teachers on how they can utilize this system to do their professional development. And the best part about the Teachers Lounge, which there's nothing out there like this, is the fact that there's an implementation portion of it. And as you can see, we're all yours. All you have to do is get on an app, and it's called, we switched to Telegram, so I have to change that name. But you just get on this app and you start talking to us, and we will help your teachers implement any of these strategies. So I'm going to show you some of the courses, and it's a lot in here already, but really easy. You take the orientation video, and right under here and I direct them in the video to download the bingo card. And it's a bingo card that helps them get accustomed to the whole program. And when they're all done with the card, they would have touched upon all the resources that they have access to. And then they will give it back to you. And by the time you get it back, they would have already taken one course and getting ready for their second. So it's a very easy system for you to implement with your team. So how does it work? We have designed courses by positions. So assistant teacher, teacher, lead teacher, and assistant director. And there is one, I call it the Mac Daddy course. My daughter doesn't like the word, but I think it's funny. The Mac Daddy course is Welcome to Classroom Management. And this is an entire course that the entire center can take, but the lead teacher is implementing it in her room. So let's go through some of these. So assistant teacher. We have courses in here, like this is what a course page looks like. And it gives you what the course is and the learning outcomes. So active teaching is to gain practices that you can use to get engaged in the classroom. So think about these new teachers that we have at our child care centers, assistants with not a lot of experience. And some of them don't have that confidence yet to jump in and get active in the classroom. This is a course that we're going to help them go from standing to being active with the lead teacher and all the students. So we tell them how to take the course. We give them a workbook. This is a bonus with a list of 50 open-ended questions that they can begin to get used to what open-ended questions are and how to engage the students. And then I want you to think about each of your teachers. They're also different. We're all different. And I might learn better reading. I might learn better visually looking at a video, or I might do better listening, just listening to something. So every training that we provide you comes with a workbook that you can read it in, a video that you can watch it, or a private podcast that they can listen to it. So it's a really, we try and hit upon every single type of learner to help them understand some of these questions that they have, or understand the whole concept of the course that we're teaching. So every course comes with this, how to take it, the workbooks, all the things. And inside, I'll just show you this one. Inside every workbook is the whole workbook, but this one's 12 pages. So like I said, they can read it, it gives them examples of things, helps them understand stuff, but we'll go quick. And so here's the open-ended questions. And then every course comes with a quiz. And you can either require the quiz so that you know that they understand the concepts, or you don't have to. And the best part about the quizzes is that, and I'll show you in a second, is over here, implementation management. They won't see that tab, only you have that tab. And in here are all of the workbook answer keys. So I will go through that in a minute so you don't have to correct the quizzes. I gave you all the answers. But I wanted to just showcase this one course that I think will benefit you. Welcome to Early Education. And so I have had the same problem you have. You all know my sister and I own a child care center. We have 114 students, so our staff is north of 30 all the time. And we can't get qualified teachers either. Like, we're all in the same boat. But this is one of the reasons why we have the Teachers Lounge, because we can easily onboard new teachers with our regular orientation, but then they get in the classroom, and do they understand all the things? Do they understand why, like, attendance is important? Do they understand, like, why you can't just walk out of the classroom? Like, ratios are important. So we've designed this one Welcome to Early Education course, and it comes with a workbook and a video, a bunch of videos actually, and it will walk them through all these things. And this is honestly the perfect course to take for your for orientation. Now I'm going to jump over to the implementation guide. So the implementation guides are for you to help you implement the tools without these courses. So if you came to the assistant teacher implementation section, you came to the Welcome to Early Education implementation guide for yourself. This is going to help you implement it. And what does that mean? I give you an entire ways to use this course. So first thing you could do, I give you a list of 25 documents that you could print and hand to your new employee. And you're going to give her this sheet. We're going to come down a little bit. Take this course. You're going to write the name, and you're going to give her a due date. And all she has to do is take a picture of that. It's going to take her to the course. You're going to have that packet, and she's going to go through a very basic understanding of group childcare that will help you onboard her quicker. So once she's taken that course, get back over there to the assistants, we have created a success map. And this is a training map that you can give her. And over the next 6 months, you can say, and they have due dates on them, I would like you to take daily schedules. And this is a course that kind of just gives her an overview of what is a daily schedule, what's her role in the daily schedule. I'm saying her, but I know that there's a lot of men out there too. So that's a great course. There's a professionalism course, like how to set boundaries with families, getting on social media with families, how to greet people, like the basics of professionalism for someone new in the field. One of my other favorite courses is what are ratios in early education. So this talks about, the ratios, counting the students, and why calling out affects everybody, and to expect that if you're an assistant and you're in a classroom, you might get pulled last minute because someone called out, someone's car broke down, all the things. So those are just for assistants. But again, some of these courses are really great to just come back to, because as Jessica and I were working through building these, we kind of started with, like, what do you need to know right when you walk in the door? And then as you further develop yourself, even if you're not a certified teacher, these courses also will help. So we're working on helping them move from one level to the next. So this course for teachers is 7 steps to increase professionalism. So people that want to up-level their career, or we can motivate them to do that. And again, it comes with all the things, workbooks, videos, podcasts. Also in this one is one of my favorite courses is infant milestones. My sister developed a plan in our infant program 18 years ago so that people don't just sit there and watch the kids, that we're really helping them develop where they're at. So infant milestones course in the teacher section will help them get really engaged in an infant classroom. But if you go into, let's see where this one, infant milestones and lead teacher, this will help the lead teacher of the infant room set up the infant milestones program. And anytime she has a new assistant join the room, she should say to them, hey, go take the infant milestones class in the teacher section, and we will help you understand how we're operating our infant room when they're not sleeping, eating, or getting a diaper changed. I know that a lot of us have those things. So in the teacher section, we have things like social emotional for pre-K, transitions, and we have one called Everyday Tips because there's just like things in there that you just need to know. For a lead teacher, we have coming in the fall will be a curriculum program. Again, I talked about the infant milestones, a leadership, schedule breakdowns, one of my favorites. So if you have a classroom that is struggling with let's see, like the lead teacher's taken on all the work, or it's just like chaotic. Schedule breakdown will literally help them take the daily schedule and assign tasks to each other. And again, we know that taking these professional development courses, you can't just take them and run to the and you can't just take them and what am I trying to say? And like it's so hard to implement them, right? And it's not that hard. We can implement them, but they need help. Just like us as directors, when we go to a conference or we join a mastermind group, or I have a directors that are in my membership. And when my directors come, like we're mentoring each other, we're brainstorming, we're masterminding around the struggles of leading a childcare center. The teachers don't have anything, but now they do, because now they can walkie-talkie us anytime, and we will help them implement any of these practices. And as the membership grows with the Teachers Lounge, the membership at behind the scenes is growing as well, because I have a group of directors ready to come on board to support you and your team. And so the next big course, that is one of the reasons what you all told me, because I don't know if you remember back in October, I did a survey and I pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. I'm like, help me with the survey. What are your biggest struggles with your teacher, with everything? And you all said teachers. And then when I said, well, what is it about the teachers? You said classroom management is a nightmare. Like you are struggling with that. So we dug into classroom management, and what we found out that it has 9 components to it, and it needs to it's pieces that need to be put together. It's over a long period of time. It's going to take a little bit of time for them, right? And it's not as bad as we all think it is, because you just need help setting it up. And so what we've designed is introduction to, this is classroom management, and then these are all the modules that they'll take. And so you can see this is all the courses. And each teacher in your center should take this course. And I'll tell you, my center is taking this course this summer. And at the end of the summer, we have 1.5 days of professional days. And we will be taking classroom management this summer. And at the end, on our professional development day, the first day, everyone's going to present their classroom vision. And what classroom vision teaches them in this course, I'll show you what it looks like, is this is a course that teaches them, like, what do you want your classroom vision to be? Like, how do you want it to feel, look like? So they're going to write a vision statement, and don't worry, we're going to help them write it. And it's going to align with your center. Everything aligns with you and your childcare center. And they are going to work together as a team to write this. Now, it can be done during rest time. It can be done during a staff meeting, before or after. They can write it and then bring it to each other and share it, and then the lead can kind of pull it together. It's not a heavy lift, but it's a something that needs to be done, because that's the really core of that's really the core of the childcare the classroom management. And this course comes with a workbook and a classroom vision builder. And the system itself, I'm going to show you, comes with a classroom management planner. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's right here. You print it out, and you print it out, and you end up with this. I'll show you what it looks like. Here we go. So this is the table of contents. They'll put this whole thing into a 3-ring binder. And each section, they'll need a tab for each section. And we're going to take courses on, we're going to set up how to implement this and how to keep it consistent. And we're going to use a classroom management calendar. And what the classroom management calendar is we're going to tell them things like, if as a director, like if you're telling them every month, I want you to look at your first aid kit. Every month, I want you to hand in curriculum by the 15th. Like whatever the thing. So those go on the calendar. I'm directing them to put that on. I'm also directing them to do a classroom reflection. And each person in the classroom that works in the classroom is going to do a reflection. And it's going to reflect on all of these sections so that they can say we're really weak in health and safety and we're doing really good with environment. And that way we know when they come back to us and say, oh, we did our reflection and we're working on this, we can mentor them on what they're working on, direct them to one of these courses up here that they need to take, and really support them in their role in implementing this. So each section has, what to do. And what we love about the classroom management course is anytime in all those modules, this little classroom management planner is going to show up, or the calendar. And we're directing them saying, hey, this is a place where you need to print this and put it in your classroom management binder. And with a classroom management binder, if the teacher, if she gets a new assistant or, you reassign teachers, she can just hand the classroom management planner to that person. And during rest time, they can go through and read it. And there's also a section in the back where anytime if you wrote them a memo or you say, oh, we're changing this, it goes in that section so that the person can read it and be really up to date with all the practices going on at your child care center. I'm going to take a quick drink because I'm thirsty. So let's see what else we have. Oh, this gives them the map. This is a step-by-step on how to set up this binder and all the programs and to get in touch with us. The classroom reflection document. See how I know it's sideways. See how it is, you rate each of the sections. And so really they can help each other. How to fill out the classroom reflection. And just all the different sections, the calendar, the vision statements, all the things. So it's really a robust, I told you I call it the Mac Daddy class because look at all the courses it has. But really this is a course that it just sets things up and will help them along the way. All right, let's get to our assistant directors. This is great program for anyone new to leading or someone that's never really take leadership courses. And they're things like how to organize your time. As a leader in a child care center, it's so hard to organize our time, right? We're interrupted all day. And so if we're experienced in struggling with that, our new assistant directors are going to be too. And these are also great courses when I'm thinking about it for a lead teacher to take. If you're thinking, oh, when you're thinking of succession planning and who's the next person to come up and lead your center, or are you wanting to take a step back from the child care center? And so these are great courses to start developing these leadership skills with your team so that they can move into the role that you're wanting them to move into. And so organizing your systems is really I call it get it done, because I show you how to get it done during the day, how to allocate your time, how to keep up with, for an assistant director, like whatever duties that you give her, like say she's responsible for the monthly fire drill, approving curriculum, observations, employee check-ins. What else would she be responsible for? Like all those things, parent meetings maybe. And so I help her set up a calendar and say, every month she needs to do like 15 observations or 20, whatever it is that you're wanting her to do. We'll set this whole calendar up for her and help them understand how to divvy up the time on a calendar, and every day just spend a little bit of time making sure that they meet their deadlines for you at your child care center. There's a course coming out this July for employee relations, like how to manage people. Another course is coming out in August for getting things consistent. And another one for managing your team. And then this course is in here is parent meetings, like how to lead up to a parent meeting, how to document them, how to have one, how to follow up after one, like all the things parent meetings. And again, we already went through the implementation. I showed you one of them, but for every single course, there is almost every course, there is one of these guides. Some courses don't have the guides, but I do want to go back to show you like one thing, like daily schedules. So this is a course on daily schedules. Like this is a great course. Like if staff meeting, you tell everyone, you give everyone this form. Let me see. Take this course, print this document out, hand it to everybody in your center. And on here, right, there's a due date down here. You write before the next staff meeting, I want you to take this course. So everyone comes to your staff meeting. You've already taken the course. You know what it is too. I give you a list of conversation starters. So you don't have to sit there and be like, how am I going to implement this course? Like I have no time. No worries. You just print the implementation guide out and you go through some of these questions. Now, you don't have to answer all the questions, because what's going to happen is you're going to have a natural discussion in your center that's going to flow with what they need. And I think it's really going to support you. But if you need more questions, they're right here. And then again, the answer key to the quiz if you needed it. And then if you'd like to give everyone a course certificate for completing it, you can also print these out for everybody, and everyone can have a certificate for taking the course and then the conversation at the staff meeting. So it's really just this big, robust training program with access to us, but it's real classes that we need. Now, I know we take amazing workshops out there, but these are courses that are actually like what we're doing during the day. And so another, the last piece of this is the supply closet, we call it. And so this is the walkie-talkie access. So you get this free app on Telegram, or and it's on, you can get it on Android, desktop, laptop, iPad, the iPhone, like all the things. So it's like universal, super easy to use. If you can put your finger on the screen and talk, you can talk to us. It instantly sends us a message. They can do this 24 hours a day. So if a 20-year-old is taking one of the courses at 10 o'clock at night and is stuck, has a question, all they got to do is walkie-talkie us. And in the morning, we'll get back to them on whatever their answers are. So that's the walkie-talkie app. The additional resources. So this is small right now, but what is going to happen is, as you're walkie-talking us, things are going to go wrong, right? Someone's going to say, oh, I'm really stuck with, let's say, cleaning checklists. Like, oh, I don't have a cleaning checklist, or I want to update mine. And so on the walkie-talkie app, they're going to say that to us, like, I'm struggling with this. Or at the end of the day, I ask everyone to do A, B, and C. No one's doing it. What do I do? And we're going to say to them, how about an end of day checklist? And on there is going to be cleaning this, doing this, making sure the trash is taken out. And we're going to support that lead teacher in having that conversation and implementing this end of day checklist. But we might want to give her a copy of it, right? So the best way for us to do that is right here in additional sources. We will say to her, oh, we just uploaded in the additional resources certain things. So this is the bingo card that I told you about. We have a blank success map, which I'll show you in a second. the potty train, like we just put potty training guide in here. And then for for assistant directors, we put strategies for building a collaborative work environment, because that's one of the things we want to work on with you, is we want to help your team to collaborate better, to reflect, have really open dialogue, and really work towards communicating with one another, and not making everything like, oh, you're doing that wrong, but more like, okay, this isn't working. Let's all brainstorm. How can we fix this? How can we support this person? And really building up everyone's classroom confidence by filling that tool belt that they need. The next thing is course podcasts. So we showed you on each of the courses that there is a video, a workbook, or a private podcast. And so they're all right here too, in case you ever wanted to binge Jessica and I, you can. The next thing is a public podcast. So we do have a public podcast, and we just share all the different podcast topics that we have. So there's so many different topics in here that you can work with, like effective classroom meetings, professionalism, ratios, 5 traits of good work ethic. There's all different things that we have that I think was helpful. Links to all our socials, because sometimes if you walkie-talkie us and say, oh, I'm struggling with this, we might send you to our Pinterest board or to a YouTube video that we did. So all the links, you just got to click. And then last but not least, our success maps. And what the heck is a success map? So let's look at one. I'm trying to think. Let's see this one. So a success map is a learning plan, and every one of your teachers and yourself should have a success map going at all times. And this is your professional development. So instead of saying to, if you think about Massachusetts, we have to take 20 hours of training a year. And instead of just like, oh, I'm going to take 20, I'm going to take 20, let's be more thoughtful on what we should be taking. Because I know that you do annual reviews every year. And when you do your annual reviews, you must say, oh, you have this goal or you have this goal. And then what? Go find a course in this. And you're asking an assistant to go find a course in something. Well, now you can just send them to the Teachers Lounge. So we have these blank. I already showed you the one for the assistant teacher. I showed you that one. And that one was like, the ratios, the active teaching, the daily schedule, like that. This one is for building a cohesive team in the classroom. So this is for a lead teacher to take. And if she needs to build collaboration and communication in her classroom, like if that's a goal she has, then, we're suggesting she should take building a strong team in childcare. So that's a public podcast in the supply closet. We're telling her she should take classroom roles and responsibilities, and that's located in classroom management. The schedule breakdown course is number 3 for lead teacher. That's where you find that. And last but not least, implementation and consistency is located in classroom management. So we've kind of curated, there's only 2 here now. We've curated 15 success maps, and we're going to be uploading. That's what I'm doing today. I'm going to be uploading these success maps. And so you can either grab this or, like I showed you, let's get this open. Here's a blank one. Oh, it's crooked. Oh, I think I did. Yay. It's like technology. I'm afraid of it in the morning. So this is blank. So you could sit with one of your teachers while you're mentoring them. And you could sit, if you're with an assistant, and you could sit here and say, okay, like what skills does she need? And maybe she's struggling getting active in the classroom. So you might pick active teaching or one of the other ones, right? I'm going to figure out where it is. Here we go. And so you're just going to write the course that you both agreed on and when she should get it done by, and help her plot out her professional development. These could also be courses inside the Teachers Lounge, and we left you a blank spot for additional resources. I know sites like NACE, there's like another ECE one that you might be able to take courses, or if you know of a local workshop, or if you've come to Beth Cannon's Leadership Lounge, she has courses in there. If you've been a member of that, or your team has, you could write these additional courses coming down the side here. And that way your teachers are walking out with a professional development plan just for them that will help them up-level their skills. Now, if you don't have time to do that, you can say, walkie-talkie the team and tell them that these are your goals for the year, and we will talk to them and help them build this themselves. So either way, this whole Teachers Lounge is meant for you to easily implement professional development and really up-level your childcare center directors. So if you have any questions about this, you can message me. You could jump on the Telegram app and look for the Teachers Lounge. We're there. I'm there as well. And you can start talking to us and see what you'd like. You can email us. You know how to email me because I send you emails. You can also send them to hello@theearlyeducationteacherslounge.com. Comment right here in this. And until next Friday, so I told you we're at 99. I'm hoping to get to 100 today. So who's going to be the 100th? I want you to really understand that this support for these teachers, I know that you need it. And this is an affordable plan to mentor your teachers. And so I want your feedback too, because what I'm looking for is people to come on and use it, because these are the systems I use at my center with my sister and we've developed these with all of our directors over the years. We use them at all the centers we mentor at, and now you get to use them too. But I also want your feedback, because as we're going through these programs, you could say, Noelle, I really need a course on this. I have a list already of what you've asked for. So we already have stuff going, but I really want to be able to add more that can really support what we need and make this a system that works for every single teacher at every childcare center across the country. And so until next Friday, this membership is 50% off when you use the coupon code UPLEVEL, all one word, UPLEVEL, and it will give you 50% off. And, I know that finances are a struggle, but I'm not kidding you, for $1.50 for a teacher a month, you're literally, for 25 centers, 25 employee center, it's not really that much money. And it's cheaper than professional development plans that you just go take a course and come back and it falls flat, right? It doesn't get implemented. And so that's what I want to help you with, because I truly believe that when we implement what we learn, and when we get that mentorship, and when we mastermind, and when we collaborate, that's where the magic happens in the classroom. That's where the magic happens at your center. Things start going smoother. Teachers feel more confident. If you got a stress level because of staffing, children behaviors, that classroom management course is going to, that as a director, this is going to alleviate a lot of the behavior issues, because a lot of it is around classroom management. And we're going to have, on the Telegram app, if you have your team follow that, we're going to have people on there talking. We're going to be giving tips. It's just going to be this resource where we're all collaborating to support your team into doing everything that they need to do. So I put a link to this. This is our website. You'll just click join here, and you're getting 50% off. So don't freak out. But even at $2,000 a month, it's like not that much money. $2,000 a year, sorry. It's not that much money to mentor an entire team and get mentor support. Like, you don't get that. And the reason why it's so inexpensive for us to do it this way is because we're using Telegram, and we're not like meeting in person and all that, but it's very effective. I am in mentor courses, and I find that that Telegram app is so helpful when I'm like trying to do something and then it's just not working, and I can ask questions, and that's what we're really here for. So now it looks crazy. There we go. Got rid of that. So if you have any questions about this, just ask. I'll show you now that the screen's full. This is the classroom management planner that printed out. Everybody will put it in, gives them all the things that they need. The classroom reflections. This is really a robust plan, and it's early childhood education training that is specific to the classroom. It's the things that we need, that we need, and we know it. I love that. I'm finally seeing the comments right now. So thanks for commenting. If you're rewatching this video, let me know that you're watching it. Tell me what your favorite part is. I cannot wait to see this in action, and I cannot wait to see who's the 100th person center to join, because we are ready to support you and your team. So have an awesome day. Don't forget, sign up by next Friday, because I don't want you to miss out on 50% off. That's a lifetime access to that. So you don't have to worry about the higher price. You can pay 50% off now, and that discount will stay with you for as long as you're in the Teachers Lounge. So I hope you have an awesome day. We're coming up on 4th of July week. I hope that I bet things will slow down a little bit, which is nice for you and your team. I know my team is a bunch of people are on vacation. The numbers are lower. It's just like a nice time to take a deep breath after the school year. And my team's getting really busy right now on their classroom management training that they're taking over the summer, because me and my sister too are just like you. We have a lot of newer teachers that we've had to mentor, and we're potentially expanding our childcare center, and we cannot find infant and toddler leads. So we just sat down yesterday in front of the Teachers Lounge, and we built a success map on what we felt a lead teacher needed. These newer girls, we did one for each one of them based on their skill sets, and each one of them is getting a success map that will help them develop over the summer. We're going to mentor them all summer so that they're ready to go this fall in their new roles in the classrooms. So I'm super excited, and I cannot wait to work with your team and see the great things happening. And I have a feeling that this upcoming school year is going to be a game changer for all the directors that are in the Teachers Lounge. So have an awesome day, and I will chat with you soon. Bye, everybody.